Alright. I guess I'm playing Magic. I am on the play, and this hand is very good, so I'm going to keep it. So I'd like to draw a third land by turn 3. Opponent's playing black-green mid-range. They're going bigger. They have some Carnage Tyrants and stuff like that in their deck. I am on my right scene. Good. We're going to go Plains into Skymarcher on 1, and then we're going to go double 1-drop on 2, and then we're going to go Benalish Marshal, smash, flip Legion's Landing on 3. Winning the die roll's pretty big here. That's big for this deck everywhere. The goal today is win 4 or 5 die rolls in a row and then draw into top 8. Would like to hit an untapped land by 3, so we've got 2 draws to do that. Hopefully if we don't hit an untapped land, we draw 1 and 2 mana spells. Even if we don't draw the untapped land on 3, if I'm able to attack with 3 creatures on 3, I'll be able to play the Marshal post-combat, which is like not the end of the world because the Legion Landing will flip. Tapped land sounds great for me. Yeah, so I'm going to go Dauntless on the Skymarcher, Legion's Landing, and then smack for 2 here. My opponent had 1 copy of Assassin's Trophy and 3 copies of Vivian Reed in their main deck as ways to deal with Conclave Tribunal. So not too many, but a non-zero amount. Yep, there's Wild Growth Walker. So that's got to go, obviously. Alright, I missed the land drop, but that's probably fine. So I'm going to go Skymarcher, Hunted Witness, Conclave Tribunal here. I didn't hit my land this turn, but that's fine. Just want to keep them from going too far over the top of me. They do have, I think they only had 3 copies of Finality in their deck. Yeah, they have 3 copies of Finality as a sweeper in the main. So, want to try and kill them before they get there, obviously. We're 1 permanent away from Liftoff here, which would be pretty good for us. Deal. Yep, you have a 2-1. Enjoy. Land. I think I actually... No, I am going to go ahead and play this out. I'm liar. So this gives my Skymarchers flying, which is nice. So this one is... I can't... This is chosen by Dauntless Bodyguard. Okay, so I'm going to pick the other Skymarcher here. And then I'm going to go ahead and attack with everything. So we flip the Legion Landing over. So then next turn, so I assume they're going to trade with a 2-1 here. And then they'll take 6 down to 10. And then next turn I'll play Marshal and just smash into them. I could have played the Marshal post-combat, but I don't want to do that because that gives them the opportunity to kill it with Ravenous Chupacabra on their turn. I'd prefer this doesn't die to Chupacabra. If they have their 1 copy of Assassin's Trophy, and they have a 2-mana Explore creature, we could be in trouble, because they could trophy this, play a land, and then get the Growth Walker back plus Explore. I think that's the worst case scenario for us here, but there's only 1 trophy in their main deck, so it's pretty unlikely to happen. We're not guaranteed dead, but that would probably be worst case. Outside of that, we should be able to kill them underneath Finality here. It's looking like. Got 8 power in play. Marshal adds 5 power, so I'm attacking for 13 next turn. Good draw. This feels like Vraska's Contempt, right? But so they'll contempt this, they'll go to 12, they'll take 8 down to 4. Yeah. Sure. Draw an untapped land next turn. They're super dead regardless of what they do. They might be dead even without the untapped land here, depending on what they have. Goes the weasel. Pretty confident my sideboard plan is valid against what they have here. Tocatli's Experimental Frenzy, Extra Mountain, Adanto's, and Reinforcements out. Seems fine. So, direct challenge, same usernames in there, white-red versus green-black. I'm going to be paranoid and double-check that that's the right deck name. White-red versus green-black, Tocatli's, yep. And then this is a little bit of the awkward part here. We have to concede post-board games until the correct person is on the play. So I've asked my opponent in Discord whether or not they would like to be on the play or the draw for game 2. And then we concede accordingly until the correct person is on the play or the draw. Oh, I got 600 people in here. That's awesome. Thanks for tuning in, folks. I know delayed streams and like me with minimal talking is medium. Hey, Gifrog, thanks for the sub. I should probably pull up my dashboard and thank people for subs in between. It's gonna be delayed and I like don't have my notifications up in between either. Sauber, have a sword. Thanks for the 12 months. Welcome back. I'm waiting on my opponent so I can scroll back through the log here and take a look at some of them. I am gonna miss a bunch of subs and resubs today though, so if you're watching, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I missed your sub or resub. Feel free to wait to send it until I'm doing an actual live stream instead of a delayed stream. Civ Master, thanks for the 12 months, 5 minutes in the past. I'm gonna be closing chat here again because everything's about to go. My opponent hasn't responded if they would like to be on the play or the draw, but they got the play automatically. Oh, this hand's not stellar, but I think it's a keep. I don't know. This basic mountain is really rancid dog poop, right? I'm gonna mulligan this. I'm gonna approach this hand like it's modern, and there's no hate card. There's no whatever that card is called, Tocatli on our guard. So I'm gonna go ahead and mulligan it. This hand has an Experimental Frenzy in it. And I'm just going to go ahead and keep the land on top. Am I? Now I'm going to give myself the best possible chance to Tocatli. Or a 1-drop. I'm going to like never find a 4th land and die with this Experimental Frenzy in my hand based on that decision, but ding ding ding. God bless. I really hope this Frenzy is good, because the rest of my hand is not. Destination on a 2/1 is pretty good. Right on time, 1 mana spell. So with this curve, I'm probably going to go landing plus Marshal before I Frenzy. Marshal next turns means this can attack into the 2/1, which is nice. No blocks. Things the aggro deck's not into. Blocking. Yeah, second Jade Light's pretty good here. Wow, okay. So, I mean, like, the drawing 2's, like, good card advantage, but it means that this bad boy gets to attack in next turn, which is sweet. That's a pretty good one. Alright, well, let's do this into this, then. Worth noting, I cut all of my heroic reinforcements, so that's not going to be an option for me next turn. No reason to attack. They have a 1/3 to just bump off of here. And, like, Finality would be kind of bad for us here, but we have Experimental Frenzy to recover from that, so it's, like, not the end of the world. Next turn, this'll pop, this'll go. Attack for a large amount, and have Frenzy as a backup / follow-up or whatnot. Or if they have a Vivian Reed here, and they're thinking about killing one of my Histories of Benalia. They keep mousing over my enchantments. Flipping the Legion Blending is pretty good when I have Experimental Frenzy in hand as well. Midnight Reaper, sure. Mixed feelings on that one. They're high enough that the life loss for Midnight Reaper probably doesn't matter. They don't have 2 blacks, so they can't Chupacabra us this turn. They also can't... They can't, what's it called? They can't Chupacabra, and they can't, oh, I'm blanking on it. They can't Breast as compared to us. Seems like they're auto-passing. Let's do this. We might just see some chumps into Finality here. Yeah, we're going to see this go in front of here, and this go in front of here, and I'm going to get Finality next turn. Yeah, this is definitely setting up a Finality. Hopefully Experimental Frenzy will be able to pull us out of it. They're going to take 4, go down to 16 from the Midnight Reaper. We're going to have a 3/5 Druid of the Cowl left over. Yep. So I'm pretty sure it's correct to do this before playing a land. There's going to be a 3-drop on top of my deck and I'm going to hate myself, but... Tribunal on top, yep. If they have a Vivian or a way to kill this Frenzy, I'm probably too far gone. I guess I could, like, draw another Frenzy, but Vivian means that they'll be able to kill a follow-up Frenzy from there, too. So this card needs to punch the clock and go to work. A lot of variants how this game could play out from here. Welcome to Magic. Alright, draw 2, sound good. Draw 3. Draw 4. That's kind of a sad one to not be able to play. So I did get kind of punished for not playing this land out, because I didn't have a land to play last turn. And if I would have been able to play, if I would have played this land out before playing the Frenzy, I would have been able to play this turn, which would have been huge. This makes a lot of their deck worse, though, so that's good. It's only gets back things that cost 2 or less. Yeah. There's 42 cards in my deck. Hopefully we can win the game before those run out. This is a Vraska's Contempt. Sure. Johnny cannot recover that one. So they've got five potential spells here, but you know we could get 5% potential spells a turn, which is kind of great. I'll take the no blocks on that one. See what they play out here post combat. Sure. That's a real good one. Alright, Frenzy, we need you to do your stuff this turn. Hopefully Frenzy like draws us a bunch of spells and ends with another Frenzy on top of our deck. Alright, so we didn't end with another Frenzy on top of our deck, but we're kind of in an okay spot, I guess. Like, I've got a couple of Conclave Tribunals to clear dorks out. I've got a Tocatli in play. I've got a Ajani in my hand. So I assume Vivian's going to kill this next turn, but then, like, these Conclave Tribunals might let me push through and push the Vivian down, which would be ideal. $38 cards in my deck with 3 more Frenzies as reasonable draws. Ajani can like slowly work its way up as well. My Skymarcher can come back off the Ajani if I want it to as well. It's probably not a terrible idea. So I have 5, 6, 7, 8. I have a 9th land. And this can down tick, so I could probably double Conclave Tribunal next turn even too. Yeah, this shoot Experimental Frenzy is just like such an easy play, right?
I've lost so much already. I won't lose more.
I guess there's a world where, like, depending on what's in their hand, maybe they kill the History, but yeah, the Frenzy.
No one said restoration was painless.
Frenzy's a pretty easy one to kill there. Alright, what do your other spells look like? That's the question. They can set up Memorial to Folly to pick Midnight Reaper back up out of their graveyard, so I probably want to hang tight on a Conclave Tribunal for a turn or two in order to hang tight on a Conclave Tribunal to pick the Midnight Reaper off next turn. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this creature back out of my bin. I think I want to use the Adanto first for it this turn. So I'm not blocking with this, so I can tap 1 mana and then I need to tap 3 creatures. This, and one of these, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and exile Vivian. And end step, I can make a token. This is gonna pop off next turn, which will make this bigger too. Again, holding this Conclave Tribunal for the Midnight Reaper, they're likely to pick back up with this Memorial to Folly. I have 2 cards left. It kind of depends on how good those cards are. They like have another copy of Finality and go like Midnight Reaper into Finality. I'm not sure we could win the game, but I guess we could draw another Experimental Frenzy and just be right back in it, right? There could have been an argument to just like hammering the Ajani in the upward direction to get Tocatli on our guard out of range of Finality. Yeah, they could Finality here and draw 5. I'm going to go ahead and Conclave Tribunal the Midnight Reaper like I mentioned. Let's get that one right on out of there. Makes combat much more profitable for me. I have a couple decisions to make here. So I can start hammering the Skymarchers up. I think I'd like to put counters on these knights to start though this turn, because putting counters on these to start lets them attack into this 3/5, which is nice. So I'm going to hit with these two, plus I'll hit for 2 in the air here. I'm going to hold this Tocatli in my hand. I'm going to play the land out though, because if I draw Experimental Frenzy, I want as many lands as possible in play. Oh, that was a mistake on my part. I could have had an extra mana there. I don't think it's going to matter. Actually, I probably could have made an extra token, and that could really end up mattering. Wouldn't be too surprised to see them just, like, double jump here. What is this on? This is on a random token, right, because I played this off the Experimental Frenzy, and this was the only thing in play. Their average top deck's better from here, but like we've got some good ones on our side too. Yeah, because once they jump block these turn, these will just be 3/3s, which means that they flip them back. Although I guess I could crank these up to 4/4s next turn, which is not terrible for us. Maybe I just do that. There's some merit to getting the Tocatli out of finality range, but like at the same time I have another Tocatli in my hands, like that's less of a concern.
Look how far you've
I think I'm gonna hold those back for a turn. Am I? Yeah, I wanna hold them back for at least a turn, because if I attack with them right now, they could go Druid plus Landmore Elf on one of these and effectively trade a Landmore Elf for my 4/4, which is not ideal for me. Next turn, both of these get out of finality range, which is ideal, and then I'm gonna start putting counters on other things. Maybe I'm supposed to put the Hunted Witness into play because it doesn't die to a sweeper anyways. It like leaves a 1/1 behind. That's probably a good line. Skymarcher's a card I've just been really impressed with. Just like in states like this, it just like chips away at them. Nice explore creature. Nice 2/1 for 2. My 2/1s only cost 1 mana. That's a pretty good one. I'm not gonna attack with these this turn, but I am still putting counters on them, so I can hedge. A finality off the top. Again, I feel like I'm ahead at the moment, and when you're ahead in games like this, you just want to think about like, what are my opponent's outs? What could they possibly draw here to dumpster me? And I think the answer to that question is finality. So I just want to like give myself the best possible chance to not get caught by that card. Next turn, I think I'm gonna start pumping the Skymarcher. And like the way this game's played out, maybe I was supposed to just pump the Skymarcher to begin with. I could have probably argued that that was a mistake not to. You got him. That's really good. That's probably the game. Get rid of your only meaningful blocker. What's the saying, chat? Maths for blockers. Figure it out. Don't Manamorphose into Settle Me. Wait, wrong format. Maybe I should have left Tocatli back here. I don't even think it matters. Just like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I could have left Tocatli back here. I have another one, so I don't think I really care. Smush, smush, smush. Smushity, smush, smush, smush. Smush, 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 smush.